My lowest point in life was I have to stay at home because during the pandemic, we actually try not to go out so often, and then it's safer to be at home. Because I'm a very outgoing person, at this point of time, I cannot even visit my family members. Sad thing, for me. So I cannot go for my exercise, I cannot go and mix up with all my friends.
Probably at a time where I was really putting a lot of effort into something I wanted to do, but results weren't showing. And at the same time, you're battling the uncertainty of whether things are going to turn out well. It's hard and it's very tempting to just go back to the old life that you have. You gotta learn to be patient. You got to learn to have a lot of faith when the odds are stacked against you and evidence are not showing. You have that faith that eventually things are going to happen for you. And when you finally do reach that point and you look back, all those things that actually happened to you will finally make sense.
最低潮的是我在可以说是想转换跑道，因为我是得了，认为得了已经靠手工做，已经会很辛苦的活下去，所以想去做生意，所以我转换跑道去做生意。那阵子会比较辛苦，比较低潮，因为什么都不懂。那阵子，
怎样克服？
克服就是我们的孩子嘛，要担当，这是我们的责任。我们要活下去，家庭要保持，我一定要奋斗，一定要成功。我转换跑道一定要成功。
没有别的办法？
没有，一定要成功。我要开一间店，我就做生意咯。做生意会比较容易活。
My lowest point in my life was my A levels. So I think amongst a lot of my friends, we always say, it wasn't as hard as A levels. That's how we compare. So A levels was the most difficult for me. Every retest, every exam, especially math. So I would fail, and at one point I stopped believing in studying that subject. I would just not study math. I really didn't know if I would get into my dream university, dream course. I think looking back, I was so young back then. Adulting is way harder, but till today, that was the hardest point in my life. First of all, my parents and my friends and my teachers as well, greatest support system. But beyond that, I think I also started believing in positivity, started believing that everything happens for a reason. But till today, the math papers still give me dreams, very bad dreams. Still dream about, failing math exams in JC. And I'm 26 now, back then 18. So that's what happened. But I really turned out okay in life, so it's okay. We will all make it.
After about 1 year after the end of my relationship, on top of that, I just graduated from uni. And then there's also pressure from school, pressure from society, I must get a job, I must perform. All these different factors just put me in my lowest state back then. It was really bad actually. It was so bad that I seek for a counselor, I seek help. And throughout the journey, I'm very glad I'm out of the darkest period already. And I think during that period, there's a lot of self-awareness with the counselor. It's really a huge shout out for him because I think I'm very fortunate that I found him. At the end of the day, I think one thing that I got out of it is regardless of what happened in life, go through the motion, we will get more resilient and we will be fine.
I didn't expect that my parents will be the one to push me up, but they are also the one to push me down, not to achieve my goal and my dreams in my life. My mother is pushing me down, instead of being proud of me, she didn't she's not even proud of me. She's been thinking something bad that I'm doing bad here, even don't have. But I just think positive that I just hold on to my faith to the God that as long that Lord knows what I'm doing here, there's nothing to be problem and there's nothing to be clarified to other people.
Lowest point was probably when my grandmother died, but time heals, and with time passing, it gets easier.
So my lowest point was I lost my dad quite recently also, and then my brother just got into an accident and stuff. So knowing that my father recently passed and stuff, it was quite heartbreaking because I was the closest to him. I basically distract myself a lot with like school, with work and stuff. So I only get to think about them like usually like at the end of the day, like usually at night. But like I know at some point I'll still like be remembering about them. But at the same time, I don't think it's really like necessary to like just stay in that phase. I feel that it's good for you to move on also.
The one that comes to mind and the easiest to share is there's a period of time where I was homeless. So overcoming is just learning how to live as a homeless person. It was a period of time when I guess circumstances or job circumstances happened, and then yeah, I was on my own and no accommodation, no place to stay. So I started living in parks and so forth. Once I found a decent job, I just shifted out and rented a room, and after that it's just a matter of going ahead. But I think it's the difficult part is actually not to give up.
So it was in 2019. We had Davis Cup. So Davis Cup is a big international tournament in Singapore. And I was very proud to represent my country. And I was playing a match, my singles match against Iran. And I remember I won the first set, 6-4. And in the second set, I was up 5-1. So I had one game left to win the match. And somehow, somewhere, like my mental block. And basically I had 7 match points, but I didn't make any one of them. So actually after that match, we shook hands. I walked to the bench and I put my face in my towel and then I just like cried like crazy. I just had to sit down and just take a long hard look at myself and be more brave in facing my weaknesses, because it's not always sunshine and rainbows.
I just went through a breakup and my friends were there with me throughout, so I think that really helped a lot. They were there to listen to me like talk about my feelings and like gave me advice on what I should do and how I should move on and stuff like that. So I'm really so grateful for my friends for that, because I feel like they gave me an outlet to speak on my feelings, and if it weren't for them, I feel like I would still be stuck in a rut and I would still be hung up over someone who treated me really, really badly. So yeah.
I just recently had a fight with my mom. Yeah, it's not really like a big of a deal, I guess, but she made it a big of a deal. Yeah, but like it's a tough spot lah for me. I mean, as someone who's growing, yeah, adulting, I guess. Yeah, fighting with your mom is the last thing you want. Yeah, because she supports you, basically for everything. Yeah, but I'm grateful that I have friends that, you know, like even if they aren't in the same spot as me, they are able to understand and provide the support. Yeah.
Hi, Kevin here. Thanks for watching to the end. Whatever you're going through in life, I hope this video helps you relate and find hope to move on. Right, it might take a while, but just take small steps. I believe you eventually get there. Okay, stay resilient, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye.